Hello, and if you have downloaded the Valentine hot air balloon project, then just extract the zip file and this is what you will be provided with. There will not be these 3 folders, obviously these are just auto saves that I have. But let's just get started and open one of the template. And once you open the template, this is what you'll be seeing. But let's say you get an error called missing footage and only some people are getting it and some not, but I have added a solution. So just click or type missing footage and anything that shows here will be missing. But let's just close as, and let's say you find this one as missing footage. So all you have to do is right click, replace and file, and then go to the location. That's the location is for me is this one. Just go into the footage and here you could select the MP4 whichever you want, and if any file shows it, it's provided in here, but only some people are getting for one of these videos. So just select it to replace and it will automatically replace that file. Make sure it's the same one. So let's get started with the template itself. So let's do fit, and here you could see this is the template basically, and here's the couple image that you want to add or a video if you have. So let's just double click on the couple image / video, and here just drag in your photo. Let me see, I'll just use this one that I got for free as I'm single, I don't have my photo. And make sure it's a transparent image. For example, if I do this and go in here, you could see how it looks weird. So make sure it's transparent. I'll quickly do it with these tools in After Effects to kind of get an idea. I'll just do a basic shape instead so that we don't waste time in the tutorial section. Make sure you do it in better way, probably in Photoshop, or just have someone do it. There's also free tools on internet that automatically just replaces it. So now you could see how it looks. Just make sure, let me make it to full. Now it's 2 at the bottom, so let's just drag it up and make sure it fits perfectly. So around this much I would say. Now it fits perfectly, and now you could see, let me just do this, and you could see how it's looking perfect. It's here, it's automatically moving. Here you could add a video of yourself. You could also scale it up or down. So if you wish to scale it up and down, you could do it. I'll keep it by default. Next thing is, if you want to see all the layers, you could just click here and it will unhide everything. So let's say you don't want the heart flyings, you could remove it. And anything else that you want to remove, I don't think so. So let's just hide it again. Let's go to the cloud section. Oh, I forgot to show you the main thing. It's a quick editor here. So what this basically does is, instead of you going into the clouds, going into, let's say, the Polaroids, and then going into image and changing the image, what you could basically do is go into the quick editor, which is here. Make sure it is disabled or hidden, and here you could simply change the image for the first 10 image videos, so that you don't need to go on each and everything. But I'll just show it basically from here right now. Let's see how do we change the Polaroid image. So let's just go to the clouds, and here you could see there are Polaroids, Polaroid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there are watercolor clouds and toon color clouds. So basically, let me just zoom in to show you guys. These are toon and these are watercolors. So you could see the difference. Whichever you wish, you can use it. But let's say you want to move the clouds. So let's go into the toon ones, double click it, and you could basically move it however you want it to be moved. If you want to move it up, you want to do it this way, it's up to you. It's your choice. And for watercolor, you just have to disable the toon clouds and choose the watercolor from here, and basically do the same things, which is move however you wish it to. So I'll keep toon clouds for now because that's what I like. And for the Polaroids, yeah, you could see you could basically just move it however you wish it to, wherever you wish the Polaroids to be. So if you want it to be on the first cloud, if you want it to be this one to be, oops, Polaroid 2, there we go. If you wish it to be closer like this, however you want. Now the next thing is basically changing the image inside of it. So let's just select the first one, double click image video, or you could basically go into the quick editor, choose the image video, and it will show the same file. I'll just use a basic one. So let's just try and add an image, and there we go. All of a sudden there's the image. You see it's already there. And again, if you wish to add a text, you can manually do it by just clicking text and adding a text here. Oh, oops. Okay, make sure nothing is selected or else you will create a mask. Polaroid, make it black color, and then just add any text. And here you could see, if you go back, there's a text around here. You could add the font, anything that matches your the Polaroid fonts and all. Next thing I want to show is how you could add a video. And for video, there is a bit of a process that you need to do. You cannot just drag. I mean, you can drag, but there's one more process that gets added. So this is a cat video that I found, which moves like this. But now you could see the cat video around here. It's here, but it starts way too early. So first just drag the this is whatever this is called, the time indicator. Just drag it in the front like this. You could see it pops up around here. Go into the cloud section. We have added it for the Polaroid 2. If you guys remember, we use Polaroid 2 for the cat. And make sure you drag it behind like this, so that when it pops up, when the Polaroid pops up, the image starts from that location instead of starting from 0. For example, if you keep it in the cloud section, if you keep it here, then the video will already be playing for like 10 seconds. And then after some time it just disappears after 45 seconds. So make sure you choose the same time frames like this. So it is around this much. So 1022, and then on 1022 the Polaroid pops up like this, and then the video starts from the zeroth second. That way you don't have problem of the video already being playing like this. The next thing is, let's just close it. Let me close quick editor. Let's say you want to add your own more images. You could add basically just drag and drop your images. If you don't want the Polaroid on all, you could add any other sections. But let's say you want to add more. For example, there's only 10 right now. You want to add more like 20s and something. Then all you have to do is go into the Polaroid section. There's Polaroid type, and then here you could see there are till 20. Just make sure if you use Polaroid 1, you will not use the Polaroid 1 from here, because these two have basically same compositions, which I've used this ones for image videos. So if you use 1, make sure you use 2. So no, Polaroid 1 and Polaroid long 1 shouldn't be both present. And because what's going to happen is, if I add a Polaroid 1, so wait, Polaroid 1 here, then it will automatically have the image which was used in the Polaroid 1 section, which is around here. You see the image are same. We don't want that to happen. It's because I made it that way and then didn't decide to fix it more because there's too many files. So I wanted to keep it easier. So all you have to do is, if you use Polaroid 1, make sure you don't use Polaroid long 1, because that too will have the same image. So Polaroid 1, 2, you see Polaroid long 1, 2, I have not used the same files here. So let's just add another one. So let's say I want to add the 11th one. So I'll just add 11th one here, and then you could just place it however you want, scale it, rotate it like this, like this. Let's scale it and then just drag it wherever you wish it to be, like this. So if I've used polarized long 11, I will not use this one, I will use the 12th one if I want to add more. So make sure you match that, and simply adding an image is just double clicking it here. Just add your image, video, this video, let's say this video pops up around 20. I think it pops up around 20. Wait, which cloud is this? It's way too far. Okay, you guys already know how to do it. So let's just check how you want. If you want to add even more than 20, right? So make sure you Control D here, and make sure you also make and Control D here. So now we did image video 21 and image Polaroid long 21. I'll just double click on it and just make sure you select this one and then go to the image one, hold Alt and just replace it. That way it wouldn't be having the same file location as image 20. So now we will have asset 21. Next thing we will see the birds. So let's say if you want to not have birds, you could disable it. If you want to move birds, you could just open it and move it however you want it to be. If you want the black birds, you could use black birds. If you want to move, you just double click on it and then select whichever you want and just move it around. That way you will have birds in here. Right now we have chosen black birds, so let's see if we can see. Have I disabled it? Yep, I have disabled it here. That's why it wasn't popping up. So yeah, you could see they get added and they are working slowly. If you wish to add a different background, just disable it. Disable this one and add a background above it, and you could have your own solid color or any other sky texture or image you want. Let's hide it again. Now let's say the night heart balloon main. Here what you need to do is one more step. Let's just, you could disable this if it is too dark. But day to night clouds, just go into the effect control. If you don't see it, just go into the wave window and then to make sure it's ticked up, and here you just move the slider to 100 and then the clouds turn into the night ones. If you use it to 0, it's day. If you turn it to 100, it's night. And again, same you need to do is, if you wish to add a watercolor in here, you choose the watercolor ones and it gets replaced by this. Just close this one. Everything is same except there are few stuff like, let me show you guys. So here you could remove the shooting stars like this one and the heart ones here. So basically everything else is similar to everything else like this. Make sure the Polaroids are matched whenever you want to use the video like this. There's a final message section which just shows the final message, which is around, let me just see, it's around here at 1:30. Here you could change your final message, add your something else around here, maybe no clouds. And also if you are using watercolor, we just have to disable it and use toon clouds. If you want watercolor clouds, we just disable toon clouds and use the watercolor clouds. You could add any other final message you want here, so that when it stops, that's what shows up. Okay, let's choose quarter, and that's what shows up. Now the next thing we will see is the TikTok or reel versions, that is 9:16 versions. Once the reel and TikTok versions are opened, you could just simply say here is everything is same except it goes from top to bottom. If you don't see this, if you don't want to see the background like this, just click here Basically it just goes up to bottom. And if you don't see anything else, okay, there are rail controls, layer controls. So here you could see polarites, same. Polaroid long one, which would be at the bottom. So it would be at the bottom. Polaroid long 2 would be at top. Everything is same as the first ones. And make sure it's always different, so you cannot use Polaroid long 1 and Polaroid 1. Every time you use, just make sure the numbers are different so that it doesn't match with like the other ones. Now if you wish to move or duplicate birds, just Control D, and here you will see the bird pop up. So right now it's here, but let's say you don't want it to be here, so let's just select this two, make sure your thing is on one of the keyframes, and press Ctrl and then drag it up or bottom. Well, you don't need to drag Ctrl. Turns out you don't need to drag Ctrl. I don't know why I was pressing Ctrl, but you don't need to. Just make sure you are selecting the anchor tools, and if you select just this one, then it will mess up. So make sure both of these are selected and then drag it wherever you wish it to be, and that way it will work perfectly. Next thing is, again, this one is, you see day version one. So if you want to switch it to night, the clouds, make sure day to night is on, and just turn the slider to 100, and suddenly it's nice night vision or night one. And this is the stars. And let's say you get an error, so make sure just click replace footage file, and then just go to the file which is provided in the zip file in the footage. Make sure the name is same and just replace it, and it will work. Only some people are getting that error. I don't know why it's happening, but that's all, and everything else is similar. Let's go to the cloud. Here you could see the final image, final messages at the top like this. You could disable it and add your own final message, and at the start it's this one. So if you want to add your own personal message, you could add it. You will have to create your own texture with this one. You cannot just change the text here and turn it to clouds. You will need to add your own image or type a text. So that's all, and thank you for buying the product.